Tế rắn hổ mang một cách nhẹ nhàng. Nào, hai chân khép lại, gót hơi chạm nhau, hai tay hai bên, hơi rụt vai, cúi đầu xuống phía trước và từ từ ngẩng đầu lên. Đẩy bụng xuống dưới tí nữa, nhẹ nhàng nhấc vai lên, từ từ nhìn lên. Nhớ là đừng có ép cổ nhé, chỉ cuộn tròn một tí thôi. Và cuộn tròn trở lại nào, hạ xuống. Tuyệt lắm. Hít vào. Tôi muốn bạn từ từ ngước lên, ấn lòng bàn tay xuống sàn, thấy không nào? Và từ từ hạ xuống. Tuyệt lắm. Lần nữa nào, ngước lên. Tốt lắm. Thở ra, hạ xuống. Hít vào. Cứ tiếp tục như thế. Tôi sẽ
This posture is called down-facing dog. We're going to begin in a four-point base to establish our architecture. Before we move into the posture itself, I always like to start in a four-point base, transition to plank pose, and then transition into my downward-facing dog. That way I know that my alignment is always there so that I can maintain a flow when I'm in a vinyasa practice. So, again, establishing shoulder over wrist position, shoulder girdle activation, front body firm, belly turned on. From here, stepping back one leg at a time to the high push-up position. From here, he's going to transition back to downward facing dog by doing something very specific and very subtle. He's going to draw his chin towards his chest, and he's going to begin to push the ground away and use the serratus or lat region of the body. The serratus and lats are all connected in here. And he's going to begin utilizing that muscular power to roll himself back, vertebra by vertebra, to his downward facing dog. Now, you might notice that Professor Gee's heels may not touch the floor completely. That's absolutely okay. A lot of times people are under the impression that your heels have to be on the floor to be in a proper downward facing dog, and that is not true. Your heels are always working towards the floor because you're looking to lengthen out the back of the body. From the hips down, the hamstrings and the calves are lengthening. But when you turn your attention to the underbelly or underside of the shoulder girdle, this is being lengthened. And if he were to find that his spine was really flexed and rounded because he didn't have any space here, he would put a soft bend in his knees and he would lengthen back, tailbone working this way to create more length and space. Okay? Shoulders are drawing down and away from the ear so that he's not crunched up. We'll do a little profile on that in a moment. But for right now, what I want you to really focus on is how long and extended you can keep the spine by giving back here in the legs. In order to get something, you've got to give something. So to get more space here, you have to give some back in here, okay? So let's go ahead and change your position, Professor, so that your shoulders are facing camera. Good, and you can see he transitions to position with a lot of awareness and thoughtfulness so that when he comes into his position, his architecture is built and it's going to work for him. So again, some of the common problems in down dog: shoulders up around the ears, spine rounded or flexed. People just aren't comfortable. So again, soft bend in the knees, lengthening out, working back, working the tailbone back, working into the backs of the legs. Shoulders drawing down and away from the ears. Nice relaxed cervical spine. Soft gaze back. Sometimes you might hear the cue to gaze back at your navel. But what's most important is you just let that head hang long. Okay? Fingers are spread nice and wide, rooted into the floor. There is a there's a spiraling action happening here where you've got, or a spiral rotation where you've got the forearm spiraling in to connect the hand to the floor, where the shoulder head spiraling open and away from the ear. So you've got a dual rotation happening here in the arms. This pretty much covers all the fundamental details of downward facing dog. So when you're practicing down dog, remember, it's not important that your heels touch the floor. It's important that you've got good structure in the body. So long spine, shoulders away from the ears, rooting to the floor, legs working long in the back, heels towards the floor. And that is downward facing dog.
Head to knee forward bend, Janushirshasana. Janushirshasana lengthens the calf, hamstring, and spine as you fold over your leg.
Namaste and welcome to Yoga Vidya practice videos. In this video we'll be demonstrating different hand positions that can be used for the standing forward bend. So you want to stand on your mat with your legs close together and inhale your arms up and exhale forward from the hips, coming all the way down and first coming to the normal hand position with your hands on either side of your feet, your hands flat on the floor. And the first variation that you can try is to have your hands underneath your feet. So you're standing on your hands. Another variation is to have your hands, your arms behind your legs. And from this position you can also try grabbing a hold of your elbows with your hands. Another variation is to have your hands behind your back in prayer position, the palms of your hands close together. And from here you can inhale and slowly rolling up, coming all the way back up and release. Thank you for joining us. For more information on English yoga classes and seminars and all topics related to yoga, please see www.yogavidya.org/English or my.yogavidya.org. Namaste.